Welcome. Take a deep breath and let the day slip away. Settle into a soft, cozy space and allow the gentle hush of the forest to surround you. Tonight, you are invited into a quiet observatory, moss-covered and still, deep in the woods. The lanterns glow softly, the air is warm and calm, and the stars watch silently above. There is nothing to do, nothing to think, just rest, just breathe, and let this story carry you gently into peace and sleep. Settle yourself now, in whatever way feels most comfortable. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw soften. Let the small muscles around your eyes relax. The day has already done enough. You do not need to carry it any further. Imagine for a moment the gentle hush of a forest at dusk. Not the deep silence of night, but that soft, breathing quiet that arrives when the light begins to fade and the world grows slower. The air is cool, but not cold. It carries the clean scent of earth, leaves, and rain that fell hours ago and still rests in the soil. Each breath you take feels a little fuller, a little calmer, as if the forest itself is offering you rest. Somewhere in the distance, a stream moves lazily over smooth stones. Its sound is not loud, not sharp. It is a continuous whisper, a natural rhythm that gently steadies your own breathing. In and out. With every slow breath, the edges of your thoughts begin to soften. There is no need to solve anything now, no need to plan, no need to remember. Tonight is only for rest. Picture a narrow path winding through tall trees. Their branches arch overhead, creating a quiet, green ceiling. Soft light filters down in scattered patterns, touching the mossy ground like pale, moving silk. Your steps are unhurried. The earth feels springy beneath your feet. The air wraps around you with a gentle coolness that feels refreshing rather than sharp. As you walk, the forest seems to breathe with you. Leaves shift softly. Pine needles release their clean, calming scent. A distant bird calls once, then settles into silence again. And then, between the trunks of the trees, you notice it, an old observatory, resting quietly in a small clearing. Its stone walls are softened by time, covered in thick, velvety moss. Ivy drapes gently along its sides, and the curved dome above is darkened by years of rain and sunlight. It does not feel abandoned. It feels cared for, as though the forest itself has chosen to protect it. A faint, warm light glows behind one of the tall, arched windows. Not bright, not sharp, just enough to suggest comfort within. You feel no urgency, only a gentle curiosity, the kind that is calm, not demanding. You move closer, the forest growing quieter with every step, until even the soft sounds seem to fade into a deeper stillness. The door to the observatory stands slightly open. A warm, golden light spills out onto the moss-covered ground. It feels like an invitation, And as you step forward, leaving the forest path behind, you carry nothing with you except your breath, your awareness, and your growing sense of ease. The world has slowed, the night is gentle, and inside this moss-covered observatory, something quiet and kind is waiting to hold you in its calm. The path that leads to the observatory is not wide. It does not rush. It curves gently, as though it was never carved, only discovered, shaped slowly by many calm footsteps, by drifting leaves, by soft rain, and by time itself. You walk along it without hurry. There is no need to be anywhere else. Above you, tall trees rise like quiet guardians. Their branches interlace high overhead, creating a natural canopy that filters the fading light into gentle shades of green and gold. Sunlight slips through in narrow beams, warming patches of moss and fern, and then slowly shifting as the breeze moves the leaves. The air is cool and clean. Each breath feels like a small reset. With every inhale, the scent of damp earth and pine enters softly, and with every exhale, something inside you loosens. Your thoughts, which may have felt tight and restless before, now begin to move more slowly, like clouds drifting across a wide sky. Somewhere not far away, water flows. It is not a loud sound. It is a steady, comforting murmur, like a quiet conversation the forest has with itself. You cannot see the stream, but you feel its presence, and that is enough. Your footsteps are almost silent on the soft ground. Needles, leaves, and moss cushion each step, so there is no sharp sound, no echo, only a gentle pressure, a subtle rhythm that matches your breathing, in and out. The forest seems to breathe with you. You notice small details, the way light rests on the curve of a fern, the tiny droplets of moisture clinging to spider silk between branches, the deep green of moss spreading across stones like a living blanket. Everything feels unhurried. Nothing here is demanding your attention. It is a place that allows you to simply be. As the path bends, the air grows a little cooler, the light softens, and then, through the trees, you begin to sense a change. Not a sound, not a movement, but a quiet presence. The forest opens into a small clearing, and there, resting gently at its center, stands the observatory. It is built of pale stone, now darkened in places by age and weather. Thick moss climbs its walls, softening every edge. Ivy traces slow patterns across its surface, as though the building and the forest have grown together over many years. The dome above curves smoothly, its surface muted, touched by time, touched by rain, touched by countless calm nights. The observatory does not feel large. It feels safe, sheltered, a place meant for stillness rather than grandeur. One tall window glows with a warm, amber light, not bright, just enough to suggest warmth and quiet and welcome. You pause at the edge of the clearing, The forest behind you is deep and green and breathing. The observatory before you is still and softly glowing. There is no pressure to move. You stand and simply feel. The ground beneath your feet is cool and springy. The air rests lightly against your skin. Your shoulders drop a little more. Your breathing deepens. And when you begin to walk again, it is with a sense of ease, as though the path itself is guiding you. The door to the observatory is wooden, rounded at the top, and slightly worn by time. Its surface is smooth where many hands have touched it, and textured where rain has darkened the grain. It is not fully closed. A small space remains, where warm light slips through and spills gently onto the moss. You place your hand on the door. It is cool, steady, and with a slow, gentle push it opens. The air inside is warmer, but not heavy. It carries the faint scent of wood, old books, and something subtly herbal, like dried leaves resting in a quiet corner. The light comes from several small lamps placed around the room. Their glow is soft and golden, never harsh, never sharp. Shadows move slowly along the curved walls, creating a sense of gentle motion, even in stillness. The floor is wooden smooth and warm beneath your feet. A circular room opens around you. At its center stands a wide table, its surface covered with star charts, notebooks, and small, polished stones that catch the light and glow faintly. Shelves line the walls, filled with books whose spines are softened by age, their titles written in gentle, flowing script. A large telescope rests near the window, angled slightly upward, as though always ready to observe the quiet sky. And above, the curved ceiling of the dome rises, dark and calm, like a private piece of night. There is no sound here, except for the faint crackle of a small fire somewhere out of sight, and the distant whisper of the forest beyond the walls. You step fully inside, and the door closes softly behind you. The outside world feels far away now. Here, the air is steady. Here, time seems to slow. You move toward the table, your fingers brushing lightly over the smooth surface. The papers feel cool, the stones warm, as though they have been holding the light. One notebook lies open. Its pages are filled with careful handwriting, neat and flowing, describing the movement of stars, the changing patterns of the sky, and small reflections written between the lines. Not scientific, not technical, but gentle, observations like. The stars seem quieter tonight. The light feels softer when the mind is still. The sky teaches patience if we learn to look slowly. You read without effort. The words feel like a soft voice, speaking in a low, calm tone. You do not need to understand everything. You do not need to remember. The meaning settles in you, like warmth. You move toward the window. Outside, the forest is beginning to darken, but the light has not yet fully left. The sky holds a pale, fading blue, and the first hints of evening are touching the leaves. The telescope stands ready. You place your hand on it. The metal is cool, smooth, steady. It feels like something made not for urgency, but for patience. When you look through it, the world narrows gently. The forest blurs away, and the sky becomes your focus. At first, you see only light, soft, pale, distant. Then slowly shapes begin to form. Not sharp, not sudden. Just points of gentle brightness resting against the deepening blue. Stars. They do not sparkle. They do not rush. They simply are. Each one distant. Each one calm. You find yourself breathing more slowly without thinking about it. Your chest rises and falls in an easy rhythm. The mind, which once moved quickly, now drifts. Thoughts become quieter. Edges soften. There is no story to solve, no problem to fix. Only this quiet space, this gentle light, this feeling of being held by something larger and kinder and very still. You step back from the telescope and settle into a comfortable chair near the table. It is cushioned, warm, and perfectly shaped to support you. Your body relaxes into it. Your hands rest loosely. Your eyes feel heavier but peaceful. The small fire crackles softly, sending a slow wave of warmth through the room. The lamps glow steadily. Outside, the forest continues its slow evening breath, and inside this moss-covered observatory, you feel something rare, a deep, simple calm, a sense that, for this moment, nothing is required of you. Nothing is missing. Nothing is wrong. There is only the quiet, and it is enough. The chair holds you gently, not tightly, just enough. A kind of support that does not remind you of itself, but quietly allows your body to let go. Your breathing becomes slower, deeper. Each breath feels like a soft wave rising and falling inside your chest. The warmth from the small fire moves across the room, touching the stone walls, the wooden shelves, the smooth floor. It carries a quiet comfort, like a familiar memory you cannot quite place, but do not need to. Outside, the forest darkens by degrees. The last pale light slips away, and the sky begins to take on deeper shades of blue, then indigo, then a gentle, velvety night. You do not feel the change as something sudden. It arrives slowly, like a blanket being drawn over the world. The lamps inside the observatory glow a little brighter in the growing dimness. Though their light remains soft, always soft, shadows move gently along the curved walls. Nothing sharp, nothing restless, only slow, calming motion. You notice the sound of rain beginning far away at first. Not a storm, not even a steady shower, just a delicate tapping, as if the sky has begun to breathe in tiny drops. The sound is almost like a whisper. It blends with the crackle of the fire, the distant murmur of the forest, the steady rhythm of your own breathing. Together, they create a lullaby. Your eyes drift closed for a moment, not in sleep, just in rest. Behind your eyelids, soft colors move, slow and formless, like light seen through water. When you open them again, the room feels even quieter, even warmer, even more safe. You notice something new on the table. A small glass sphere, no larger than your palm, resting among the papers and stones. It catches the lamplight and holds it, bending it gently inside. You do not remember seeing it before, but it does not feel unfamiliar. You pick it up. It is warm, not hot, just pleasantly warm, like it has been resting in sunlight. Inside the glass, faint points of light seem to drift, slow and calm, like tiny stars moving through a private sky. They do not move quickly. They do not flicker. They float. Watching them feels like watching your own thoughts slow, one by one, until there is space between them. You turn the sphere slightly. The lights inside shift, forming new, gentle patterns. Nothing exact, nothing precise, only beauty without effort. You place it back on the table, and your hand lingers there for a moment, resting on the smooth wood. The grain is visible, soft, worn by time. It feels good beneath your fingers. There is a sense here that many quiet moments have happened in this room. Moments of looking, of listening, of simply being. And now, this moment is yours. You stand slowly and walk toward the shelves. The books are arranged not by strict order, but by feeling. Some are thin and delicate. Others are thick and heavy, their pages filled with long observations and gentle reflections. You take one down at random. It opens easily, as though it has been waiting. Inside, the writing flows like a calm river, not hurried, not dense, words spaced with care, leaving room for breath. You read a few lines. They speak of nights spent watching the sky through mist, of mornings when dew rests like silver on the moss, of the way the mind becomes quieter when the eyes learn to rest on distant light. You close the book. There is no need to read more. The feeling is enough. You return it to its place. The rain outside grows a little steadier now, still gentle, still soft. It touches the leaves, the stones, the moss, and the dome of the observatory with a sound like a slow, patient rhythm. The world feels held, contained, safe. You return to the chair and sit again. Your body sinks into its warmth. Your shoulders soften. Your jaw relaxes. Your breathing remains deep and easy. Time here feels different. It does not press. It does not pull. It simply moves, like a quiet current beneath the surface of a still lake. You notice that the telescope has shifted slightly, as though guided by something unseen, now angled toward a new portion of the sky. Not quickly, not dramatically, just a small, gentle adjustment. You stand and look through it again. The stars have multiplied. They rest against the dark like soft pinpricks of light, each one steady, each one calm. Between them, the sky feels vast but not empty. It feels full of quiet possibility. You do not search for patterns. You do not name constellations. You simply look, and in looking, your thoughts grow fewer. Lighter, they drift away like leaves on water, until only the feeling of looking remains, the warmth of the room, the softness of the light, the gentle sound of rain, the distant breathing of the forest. All of it wraps around you like a cocoon of calm, and you begin to understand, without needing words, that this observatory is not only a place, it is a state of being, a space where the mind is allowed to rest, where the heart is allowed to be quiet, where nothing is expected and everything is gentle. You step back once more, return to the chair, and let your eyes grow heavy again. Not with sleep yet, but with peace, a deep, slow peace that settles into you, layer by layer. And as the rain continues its soft song, and the stars continue their silent watch, the first long, soothing chapter of this night completes itself like a slow, quiet breath. The night deepens outside the observatory, not with darkness, but with softness, the kind of softness that feels like velvet laid gently across the world. The rain no longer taps, it rests. It settles into a steady, quiet rhythm like slow breathing. Each drop seems to arrive with care, touching the leaves, the stones, the moss, and the curved roof above, then slipping away without sound. Inside, the fire has become a gentle glow, not flames now, but warm embers, breathing light into the room. Their color is a deep, comforting amber, and it moves slowly across the walls, making the shadows drift like long, lazy thoughts. You remain in the chair, wrapped in this warmth, and notice how your body feels. There is less tension, less holding. Your hands rest loosely. Your feet are still. Your shoulders no longer rise with effort. They simply exist. And in this stillness, a new awareness arrives. The observatory itself feels alive, not in a busy way, not in a moving way, but in the way a sleeping forest is alive. Quiet, steady, breathing. The stone beneath the moss seems to hold the day's warmth. The wood of the shelves holds the scent of old paper and time. The air carries the faint sweetness of rain and leaves. Every element seems to belong perfectly to every other. You stand again, but this time more slowly, as though moving through water. Your steps make no sound. The floor welcomes them. You walk toward the far side of the room, where a small window sits low in the wall, its glass slightly curved with age. Through it, you can see the forest, not sharply, but gently. The trees blur into soft shapes, and the rain turns the view into a moving painting. Light from the inside glows faintly on the glass, and the outside darkness reflects back like a quiet mirror. You rest your hand against the window. It is cool, comfortably cool. The contrast between the warm air inside and the fresh air outside feels soothing, like a slow, deep breath. For a moment, you imagine opening the window, not to let in sound, but to let in the scent of the forest, wet bark, moss, leaves, earth. Even without opening it, the feeling seems to arrive. The forest feels close, protective, as though it is standing around the observatory, keeping the world gentle. You turn back to the room. Your eyes move across the shelves, the table, the soft glow of the lamps. Everything feels exactly where it should be, and you realize something subtle. There is no sense of hurry here, no sense of needing to be anywhere else. This place does not ask anything of you. It only offers comfort, time. You return to the table and notice a folded cloth resting beside the glass sphere. You lift it. It is thick and soft, woven with care. The fabric feels warm in your hands, as though it has been resting near the fire. You wrap it gently around your shoulders, not tightly, just enough to feel held. The weight is comforting, like a light embrace. You sit again. The chair seems even more welcoming now. The cloth settles against your skin, and warmth spreads slowly, deeply. Your breathing becomes slower still, in and out. The telescope across the room catches your attention again. It seems to glow faintly in the lamplight, its polished surface reflecting small points of gold. You stand once more and move toward it, drawn by a quiet curiosity. This time, when you look through it, the sky feels closer, not in distance, but in feeling. The stars appear softer, as though seen through a thin veil. Their light does not pierce, it soothes, and between them you notice gentle streams of pale glow, like soft, luminous mist. They drift slowly, silently, across the dark. You do not think of them as objects. You feel them as calm, as rest, as space for the mind to open and then gently close. Your thoughts, whatever they were, seem far away now. They no longer press at the edges of your awareness. They float, distant, unimportant. What remains is sensation, warmth, light, breath. You step back from the telescope and sit again, allowing the moment to continue without effort. The rain outside becomes lighter, not stopping, just softening. Each drop now feels farther apart, like the final notes of a song that is slowly fading. The fire's glow dims, but the lamps remain steady, their light unwavering. The room feels timeless, as though this moment has existed before and will exist again in the same gentle way. You close your eyes, not to sleep, but to listen to the quiet, to the space between sounds, to the subtle rhythm of your own body. In this space, there is nothing to solve, nothing to improve, nothing to become. You are already enough. The observatory seems to understand this. It holds you in its stillness, like the forest holds the moss, like the night holds the stars. And in this holding, a deep, calm comfort settles inside you, spreading slowly, warmly, until even the idea of movement feels unnecessary. Time passes. You do not count it. You do not measure it. It moves gently, like clouds across a quiet sky, and you move with it, without resistance, without thought. The night continues to breathe. The rain continues to soften. The light continues to glow, and you continue to rest, wrapped in the peaceful rhythm of this moss-covered observatory, high in the quiet forest, where every moment is made of calm. The silence in the observatory does not feel empty. It feels full of small, gentle details that do not ask for attention, but quietly offer comfort. The way the air moves slow and almost warm, the way the light settles, never sharp, always soft, the way the distant forest breathes, steady and calm. You remain seated, wrapped in the cloth, feeling its weight and warmth, and notice how your body seems to grow heavier in the best possible way. Not tired, but relaxed, as though every muscle has finally been given permission to rest. Your hands rest in your lap. Your fingers no longer hold. They simply exist. And in this stillness, your mind becomes like a smooth lake at dusk. Thoughts may pass, but they do not disturb the surface. They drift and then they fade. You open your eyes again and let them wander slowly around the room. Nothing feels new, and yet everything feels gently interesting. There is beauty in the curve of the walls, in the way moss touches stone, in the way old wood carries the story of time without needing to tell it. You notice near the far shelf a small lantern. It is not lit, but its glass holds the memory of light. You stand, move toward it, and lift it carefully. It is lighter than you expect. You carry it back to the table and set it down. With a small, slow movement, you turn the wick. A soft glow appears, not bright, not sudden, just a warm golden breath of light. It joins the others in the room, adding another layer of comfort. The shadows shift slightly. The space feels even more welcoming. You sit again. The lantern's light reflects in the glass sphere, and the tiny points of light inside seem to respond, glowing a little more warmly, drifting a little more slowly. It feels as though the room is breathing together. Light, air, warmth, all moving in the same gentle rhythm. Outside, the rain has become a fine mist. It moves like a soft veil through the trees. The forest is not hidden by it. It is softened. The world looks kinder this way, less sharp, more forgiving. You find yourself smiling just slightly, not from a thought, but from a feeling, a quiet gratitude for this moment, for this stillness, for this place. Your breathing remains slow, deep, easy. With every breath out, something unnecessary leaves you. With every breath in, something calm arrives. You lean back in the chair. The cloth shifts around your shoulders. The warmth deepens. Your eyelids grow heavier, not from fatigue, but from comfort. And in this gentle state, memories may arise, not sharp ones, not heavy ones, but soft impressions, moments of quiet, evenings that felt safe, nights that felt kind. They pass through you like soft light, leaving no weight behind. The observatory seems to hold these moments too, as though it has collected them over many years and now offers them freely. You do not need to think about this. You simply feel it, and feeling is enough. The lantern flickers once, then steadies. The glass sphere continues its slow, internal dance. The fire rests, glowing gently. The stars remain patient and calm. Everything is exactly as it should be, and you remain exactly as you are, resting, breathing, being. Time moves on, but it does not pull you with it. It flows around you, like water around a smooth stone. You are not required to move. You are allowed to stay, and in staying you find that the world becomes quieter, softer, more peaceful. The night continues to deepen, but it does so gently, like a blanket being slowly drawn higher, offering warmth, not darkness. And within this warmth, your mind grows still, your body grows heavy, and your heart grows light. The moss-covered observatory holds you in its calm, and the calm holds you in return. The night outside the observatory feels endless in the gentlest way. Not long, not heavy, just wide and open and unhurried. The rain has become only a memory now, leaving behind a cool freshness in the air. The forest holds this freshness quietly, as though it is part of its own breathing. Inside, the warmth remains. It settles into the stones, into the wood, into the soft cloth around your shoulders. It settles into you. You notice how little effort it takes to sit here, to exist. There is no tension in your posture, no need to adjust. Your body seems to have found its most comfortable shape, and it stays there supported at ease. Your thoughts move slowly now. They do not rush. They do not collide. They float, like clouds drifting across a pale sky. You are aware of them, but they no longer ask to be followed. And so, you let them pass. The lantern's glow deepens in color, becoming softer, warmer, like late evening sunlight remembered. Its light touches the glass sphere, and the tiny lights within continue their slow, graceful movement. They remind you of something. Not a memory, exactly, but a feeling. The feeling of looking up at the sky as a child, when the world felt larger and gentler, and the future felt wide and calm. You hold that feeling now. You allow it to stay. You stand and move toward the shelves again, drawn by a quiet curiosity. This time, you select a thinner book, its cover smooth with age. You open it. Inside are drawings, not sharp, not precise, but soft flowing lines of stars, clouds, forests, and light. Each page feels like a small window into a peaceful moment. You turn the pages slowly. There is no need to hurry. Each image invites a pause, a breath, a rest. You notice that many of the drawings blend sky and forest together, as though the observatory is not only a place between trees, but a place between worlds, between earth and light, between thought and stillness. You close the book and return it to its place. The room seems to welcome the movement, then settle again. You sit once more. The chair, the cloth, the warmth, all align with your body in perfect ease. Your breathing deepens further, in and out. Each breath feels slower than the last. The telescope, resting quietly, seems almost to hum with silence. You do not need to look through it again. You already feel the sky. It is present in the room, in the light, in the calm. The stars are not distant. They are here in this softness, in this peace. You lean your head back, allowing it to rest fully. Your neck releases, your jaw softens, your eyes grow heavy, but still you remain awake, held in a state between thought and sleep. In this space, there is healing, not the kind that demands attention, but the kind that happens naturally when the mind is allowed to be quiet. You feel something inside you loosen, a tightness you may not have noticed before. It releases gently, without effort, and in its place, there is room for breath, room for calm, room for rest. The observatory seems to understand this. It does not speak, it does not move, it simply holds. And in being held, you are allowed to let go. Time drifts, moments pass, but you do not count them. They pass like soft light across a floor, barely noticed, but deeply felt. The forest outside remains still. The night sky remains patient. The stars remain gentle, and you remain resting in the quiet center of it all. The stillness becomes deeper, but never heavier. It feels like sinking into warm water, slowly, safely, until the world holds you without effort. Your breathing finds a rhythm that no longer needs attention. It simply happens. In and out. Each breath carries a softness with it, as though the air itself has learned how to be gentle. The light in the room seems to dim by the smallest degree, not because it fades, but because your eyes grow more relaxed. The edges of the world blur just slightly, not in a way that confuses, in a way that comforts. The lantern, the fire, the lamps, all blend into a single, warm glow, like a quiet sunset that never fully disappears. You notice the sound of the forest again, not as separate noises, but as one soft presence, leaves shifting, branches resting, the distant movement of water, all together. They form a calm, continuous hush. It is the sound of a place that is at peace with itself. And sitting here, you begin to feel that same peace. You are no longer holding the day. It has slipped away, gently, without effort. Whatever thoughts once circled your mind now feel far away, like voices heard through thick walls. They do not reach you. They cannot disturb this quiet. Your body grows heavier, not with fatigue, but with rest. Your limbs feel warm. Your hands feel loose. Your feet feel settled, as though they have found their place and no longer need to move. The cloth around your shoulders seems to breathe with you. It rises and falls softly, in time with your chest. You become aware of your heartbeat. A lot not fast, just a slow, steady rhythm, like a distant drum, far across a calm landscape. It feels reassuring. It reminds you that you are safe, that you are here, that this moment is gentle. You allow your head to tilt slightly to one side. The chair supports it. There is no strain, no effort, just comfort. The observatory feels even warmer now, as though it is responding to your stillness, as though it senses your need for rest and offers more of it. The glass sphere continues its slow, silent movement of light. The tiny points within drift, separate, come close and drift again. They never rush, they never collide, they simply move in their own quiet time. Watching them feels like watching your thoughts slow, like watching your mind learn how to be still. You realize, without thinking it, that this place is not meant for doing. It is meant for being. Being quiet, being gentle, being at ease. There is nothing to achieve here, nothing to complete, nothing to improve. And in that absence of demand, something inside you relaxes deeply. A tightness you may have carried for a long time begins to soften, not suddenly, but slowly, like ice melting in warm sunlight. You feel it in your shoulders, in your chest, in the space behind your eyes. It releases, and in its place there is a warm, open calm. You breathe it in and breathe it out. The room seems to expand with each breath, not in size, but in feeling. It becomes more spacious, more open, as though there is more room for your thoughts to drift and then to rest. The night outside grows quieter still. The forest has settled. The sky holds its stars in a gentle, steady pattern. Nothing changes quickly. Nothing needs to. Time moves in long, slow waves, and you float upon them. You may notice that your thoughts now appear only briefly. A soft image, a gentle memory, a simple feeling. They arrive and they leave without pulling you with them. You do not follow. You do not resist. You simply allow. And in this allowing, you find a deep kind of ease. The observatory continues to hold you. The forest continues to protect you. The night continues to soften you. And you continue to rest deeper and deeper in the calm center of this moss-covered place. Your eyelids feel heavier now, not heavy in a way that strains, heavy in a way that feels natural, comfortable. like they are ready to close, but do not need to yet. You may let them, or you may simply let them rest. Either way, the peace remains. Nothing here requires your attention. Everything here offers rest. And in this offering, you find that your mind grows quieter than it has been in a long time. The space between thoughts grows wider. The silence between breaths grows deeper. The stillness inside you grows warmer. This is not emptiness. This is fullness. The fullness of calm. The fullness of rest. The fullness of being held by a gentle world. And as this fullness settles into you, you continue to drift, slowly, softly, safely, within the quiet heart of the observatory, where moss, stone, wood, light, and silence come together to create a place where overthinking has no need to exist. The night has now reached its softest hour, not late, not early, but that quiet space where time seems to pause and the world feels as though it is gently holding its breath. Inside the observatory, the light has grown even warmer, as though it has settled into a deeper shade of gold. The lamps do not flicker. They glow steady and kind. Their warmth spreads across the stone, the wood, the moss that creeps gently along the lower walls. Everything feels touched by calm. You remain in the chair, wrapped in the cloth, breathing slowly, easily. Your body no longer feels separate from the room. It feels like part of it, as though the warmth of the fire and the softness of the air have moved inside you. Your thoughts are now few. They rise slowly, like bubbles in a still pond, and then they disappear. There is no need to follow them. There is no need to understand them. They simply come, and then they go, and in between there is space, a wide, gentle space. The telescope stands quietly, its dark surface catching small reflections of light. It no longer feels like an instrument. It feels like a companion, a silent presence that shares this stillness with you. You stand, not because you must, but because your body moves in its own slow rhythm. Your feet touch the floor without sound. The air feels warm against your skin. You walk toward the center of the room, and as you do, you notice how every step feels unhurried. There is no urgency in this place. Time has softened. You rest your hand against the stone wall. It is cool beneath your fingers, but not cold. The moss that grows along it feels soft, almost velvety. You let your hand move slowly across it, feeling the gentle texture, the quiet life held there. It feels like touching the calm of the forest itself. You close your eyes for a moment, not to sleep, but to feel, to be. In this stillness, something gentle happens inside you, a sense of settling. As though your thoughts have finally found a place to rest, as though your mind has been allowed to set down its weight. You open your eyes again and return to the chair. It welcomes you. The cloth settles around your shoulders once more. Your breathing remains deep and slow. The world outside the observatory is very quiet now. The rain has stopped. The leaves are still. The sky is clear. And above, the stars rest in their silent patterns, shining softly, without effort. You look through the telescope once more. The view is calm, not bright, not sharp, just a wide, gentle field of light against darkness. It feels like looking into a peaceful thought, a thought that has no edges, a thought that does not need words. You step back and sit again, and in this sitting, you feel a quiet sense of completion, not an ending, but a fullness, like a circle that has closed gently, without pressure. The observatory has offered you its calm, and you have received it. Your body grows heavier now. Your limbs sink into the chair. Your eyelids grow warm. The space behind your eyes fills with soft darkness, like a quiet night sky without stars. Your breathing becomes even slower. Each breath feels deeper than the last, and with each breath out, you release. With each breath in, you rest. The light continues to glow. The room continues to hold you. The forest continues to protect you. And you continue to drift slowly, gently, into a deeper, softer state of calm. Nothing here is loud. Nothing here is sharp. Everything here is kind. And in this kindness, your mind finds its rest. The warmth in the observatory seems to deepen, not in temperature, but in feeling. It settles more fully into the space, like a soft, golden mist that touches everything it reaches. The air feels thicker with comfort. Your breathing remains slow, but it grows quieter, more subtle, as though even your lungs have learned to rest. Each breath feels like a small, peaceful wave, in and out. Time continues to move, but it does so without sound. Minutes pass, and they feel like moments. Moments pass, and they feel like a single long, gentle pause. The fire no longer crackles. It glows, a steady, patient glow that does not demand attention. It simply exists, and in existing, it offers warmth. You notice the way the light rests on the curved ceiling. The shadows there are soft and round, without edges. They move so slowly that you can hardly tell they are moving at all. It feels like watching clouds drift across a distant sky. Your mind mirrors this movement. Thoughts drift. They do not stay. They do not cling. They pass, and the space they leave behind feels open and calm. You become aware of a subtle scent in the room. A mixture of wood, moss, and the faint sweetness of old paper. It is a comforting scent. It feels familiar, even if you cannot place it. It reminds you of quiet rooms, of safe places, of moments when nothing was expected of you. You inhale it gently. It feels like breathing in calm. Your shoulders soften further. Your jaw loosens. Your forehead smooths. Your body is no longer holding anything. It is resting fully. You shift slightly in the chair, not because you are uncomfortable, but because your body moves in a slow, natural rhythm. The fabric of the cloth moves softly against your skin. It feels warm, and its weight is reassuring. You realize how still you have become, how little you need to move, how little you need to think. The observatory seems to grow quieter in response, as though it, too, is listening, as though it is sharing this stillness with you. You look once more at the glass sphere on the table. Its inner lights have slowed. They drift with even more gentleness now. Their movement is almost imperceptible. It feels like watching the last light of day fade into night. Peaceful, complete. You reach out and rest your fingers lightly against the glass. It is warm, comfortably so. The warmth moves into your hand, up your arm and into your chest, where it settles like a soft, glowing presence. You withdraw your hand and let it rest again in your lap. The warmth remains. The lantern's light flickers once and then becomes steady again. It does not change the room. It only adds to its calm. Outside, the forest remains still. The air is cool but not cold. The leaves hold their quiet. The ground holds its moisture. The sky holds its stars. Everything is held, and you are held too. Your eyelids lower slightly, not fully, just enough to soften the light, just enough to let the edges blur. Your breathing becomes deeper, slower. Each breath feels longer than the last. You may notice that the space between breaths grows, and in that space there is nothing, no thought, no feeling, just quiet. It is in this quiet that your body begins to sink more deeply into rest, not sleep yet, but the path toward it, a gentle, downward slope into softness. You do not need to guide this. Your body knows the way. Your mind follows. The observatory continues to offer its warmth. The light continues to glow. The night continues to breathe, and you continue to drift slowly, peacefully, toward a deeper state of calm. The night has now become very quiet, not silent, but softly settled, like a lake after the last ripple has faded. Inside the observatory, the light is low and warm, and it seems to rest on everything it touches. The stone walls glow gently. The moss looks deeper, richer in color. The wooden shelves seem smoother, softer, as though time itself has polished them with care. You remain in the chair, and your body feels heavy in the most comforting way, not weighed down, but supported, held. Your breathing is slow and steady. Each breath feels like a gentle wave that rises and then falls without effort. In this space, there is nothing to do, nothing to think about, nothing to remember. There is only this moment, and it is kind. Your eyelids feel warm. They lower a little more with each breath. The world behind them is dark, but not empty. It is filled with a soft, quiet presence, the kind of darkness that feels safe. kind that invites rest. The observatory seems to lean closer around you, not in movement, but in feeling, as though the walls, the light, the warmth, and the silence are all coming together to create a gentle shelter. The forest outside remains still. The sky remains calm. The stars remain patient. Everything moves slowly, and you move with it. Your thoughts, if they appear at all, are faint. They come like distant echoes, and then they fade. They do not stay long enough to form. They dissolve into the quiet. Your body sinks deeper into the chair. The cloth around your shoulders feels like a soft embrace. The warmth from the fire and lamps settles into your muscles, easing them further. Your hands rest loosely. Your fingers no longer hold. Your feet are still. Your shoulders are low. Your jaw is soft. Your breathing is deep. And in this deep breathing, your mind grows even quieter. Time passes, but you do not notice it. Moments stretch and blend. The room feels timeless, as though this calm has always existed and will continue to exist long after this moment. You feel a gentle sense of completion, not as an ending, but as a fullness of calm, a fullness of rest, a fullness of being. The observatory has given you everything you need for this night, and you have received it. You do not need to look at the stars anymore. You carry their quiet light inside you. You do not need to listen to the forest. You carry its stillness inside you. You do not need to watch the light. You carry its warmth inside you. Your eyelids lower further. They feel heavy now, comfortably heavy. They are ready to close, and when they do, the calm remains. The warmth remains. The quiet remains. Your breathing becomes slower still, longer, deeper. Each breath in feels like a soft gathering. Each breath out feels like a gentle release. And with every release, you sink deeper into rest. The observatory fades not from sight, but from effort. It remains, but you no longer need to notice it. You are carried now by the rhythm of your breath, by the softness of the night, by the kindness of this quiet place. And as you drift slowly, gently, peacefully, you move towards sleep without resistance, without thought, without need. The moss-covered walls, the warm light, the silent stars, the resting forest, all remain, holding this calm for you, even as your awareness softens and your mind begins to rest completely. The warmth around you seems to expand, filling every corner of the observatory without any effort. The air itself feels thick with quiet, as though the night has pressed a soft, invisible hand upon the room, asking only for ease, for stillness, for rest. The glow of the lantern and the lamps dances lightly on the walls, casting shapes that feel familiar, like a memory you cannot name but remember gently. You shift slightly, just enough to feel the fabric of the cloth settle comfortably on your shoulders. Every muscle, every small part of your body seems to recognize that it no longer needs to hold. Your arms rest loosely, your hands release, your legs sink softly into the chair. The observatory feels alive in the way that a quiet, patient place is alive, not in noise, not in movement, but in the slow, steady presence that invites you to exist fully. Outside, the forest whispers very softly, but only as a suggestion, almost imperceptible. Leaves brush together lightly, not rustling, only reminding you that life continues in gentle rhythm. A subtle breeze drifts through a slightly open window, bringing the cool sweetness of the earth into the warmth of the room. The scent of moss, damp stone, and soft wood mingles gently in the air, relaxing the mind with a sense of belonging. You take a long, slow breath in and let it float out. Your thoughts are minimal now, like feathers drifting on still air. Each thought arrives briefly, softly, and then dissolves into the calm around you. Nothing presses, nothing demands. The tiny points of light within the glass sphere continue their slow, floating dance. They move as if in tune with your heartbeat, reflecting a quiet harmony that deepens with every breath. Your eyes, already heavy, wander one last time across the room. The shelves, lined with books and instruments, the gentle curve of the dome overhead, the moss-softened stone walls, all of it seems to breathe with you. The observatory feels less like a building and more like a living companion. It holds, it protects, it soothes. You are enveloped in this embrace. Every inhale draws in comfort. Every exhale releases any lingering thought. The rhythm of your breath grows slower, longer, deeper. The soft glow of light moves with you, though you barely notice it now. Your eyelids lower fully, and the edges of the room blur. The boundaries between inside and outside, between warmth and cool air, between light and shadow, seem to dissolve. You are carried in a gentle current of calm, as if the observatory, the forest, and the night are all moving with you, not around you. A sense of timelessness wraps itself around your consciousness. Not empty, not heavy, only soft, fluid, serene. Your body feels suspended in a comforting weightlessness. A slow, deliberate relaxation spreads from your feet to your knees, from your thighs to your hips, from your shoulders to your neck, softening each joint and muscle along the way. Your fingers and toes release completely, as if letting go of a lifetime of small tensions. Your jaw unclenches. Your eyes sink further into calm. The observatory seems to hum quietly with the memory of all who have ever rested within its walls. Not in sound, but in a resonance that fills you, warming your chest, soothing your heart. You are cradled in this presence, fully supported, fully seen, fully at ease. The rhythm of your breathing now matches the gentle pulse of this place. In and out. Each cycle feels longer, more spacious, more indulgent in stillness. The air carries no urgency. The room carries no request. Only comfort, only patience, only peace. The forest outside stretches into darkness, but it is not empty. It is soft, protective, still and inviting. Each tree stands quietly. Each branch cradles its leaves. Each patch of moss glows faintly in the memory of the rain. Your mind, too, has become moss-covered, softened, gentle, cushioned by calm. A faint thought arises, a memory of a quiet evening, a peaceful place, a soft light somewhere far away. It does not linger. It floats through your awareness like a leaf on water and drifts away. You do not chase it. You do not hold it. You simply let it pass. A warmth grows in your chest, a comfort that is neither heavy nor bright, but deep, soft, and radiant. The lantern flickers one last gentle time. The lamps continue their unwavering glow. The glass sphere drifts its final subtle rotation, like a star turning in an endless sky. Your eyelids are fully closed now. Your body rests entirely. Your mind floats softly. All at once, the observatory, the forest, the stars, the night, and your own breath converge into a single, peaceful presence. The rhythm of existence feels slow and deliberate. It feels safe. It feels whole. You do not need to do anything else. You do not need to think. You do not need to move. You do not need to even notice. You are fully held. Your heart beats quietly. Your lungs breathe in gentle, steady waves. Every cell in your body absorbs calm. Every fiber of your being rests. And in this exquisite, slow, infinite moment, sleep begins to arrive softly, like a tide brushing your awareness without sound, without force, only with the gentle insistence of warmth, safety, and calm. The observatory fades gently from your mind, though the comfort remains. The forest melts into the darkness outside, though the sense of protection remains. The stars seem to whisper without words, though their peace remains, and you drift slowly, completely, into the deepest, most restful sleep you have known. The world outside has quieted completely. The forest breathes slowly, a gentle, rhythmic presence that stretches across the darkness. Each leaf, each branch, each moss-covered stone seems to be inhaling and exhaling alongside you. Inside the observatory, the warm light glows softly, resting on every surface like a soft, golden blanket. The lanterns, the lamps, the glass sphere, they all hold their light patiently, steadily, without rush or demand. You feel the warmth in the room wrap around your body, settling into your shoulders, your arms, your chest. It spreads into your back, your legs, your feet, every part of you, until your body feels entirely cradled in calm. Your breathing grows deeper, slower. The rhythm of your breath becomes a gentle wave, carrying you farther into rest with each cycle. In and out, in and out. The soft pulse of the room mirrors your own until it feels as though the light, the air, the space, and your body all breathe together in perfect harmony. You notice how small movements are no longer necessary. Your hands rest loosely in your lap. Your feet rest easily on the floor. Even your fingers and toes seem to release the tiniest tension, letting go entirely. The observatory itself feels alive, not in sound, not in motion, but in the way it gently holds and supports you. Every stone, every piece of wood, every patch of moss seems to hum with patience, with care, with quiet encouragement to rest. Outside, the forest continues its slow, peaceful rhythm. The stars above shine faintly, gently, like distant whispers of light, reminding you that the world is calm and safe. You imagine the sky stretching endlessly, a vast, comforting blanket of quiet. It has no end. It has no sharp edges. It has only calm. You take a long, slow breath in and let it out fully. Each inhale draws in comfort. Each exhale releases tension. Your body sinks further into the chair. The cloth around your shoulders grows heavier, warmer, soothing every muscle it touches. Your eyelids are fully closed now, and the darkness behind them is gentle, soft, embracing. It is a darkness that is not empty. It is filled with warmth. It is filled with light. It is filled with calm. You feel the quiet spreading through you, moving from the top of your head, down through your neck, your shoulders, your chest. It flows into your arms, your hands, your fingertips. It travels through your back, your spine, your hips. It moves slowly down your legs, your knees, your calves, your feet, until it reaches the very tips of your toes. Every part of you rests completely. Every part of you is held. Every part of you is calm. The gentle glow of the lamps and lanterns bathes the room in a soothing light, but you are no longer aware of brightness or shadow. There is only warmth. There is only softness. There is only peace. You imagine the glass sphere on the table. Its tiny lights drift slowly, silently, like stars floating in a quiet, endless sky. Their gentle motion mirrors the rhythm of your breath. Your heartbeat, steady and slow, resonates with their glow. Everything is in harmony. Your thoughts now are faint. They appear like feathers, soft and weightless. They float for a moment, then dissolve completely into the calm around you. You do not need to follow them. You do not need to hold them. You simply allow them to pass. A sense of timelessness envelops you. Minutes stretch into hours. Hours stretch into moments. Time flows slowly, peacefully, without urgency. There is no pressure to wake. There is no need to move. There is only rest. The forest outside remains patient. Its shadows move slowly in the faint light of the night. The moss beneath the trees looks soft and inviting, as though it too wishes you to relax. Even the air outside seems lighter, more peaceful, as if it has carried away every worry or concern. You feel yourself sinking further into comfort, into a place where thoughts do not chase you, where feelings do not press upon you, where the world holds you tenderly and you are free to be still. Your mind begins to blur softly with the warmth around you. Your body grows even heavier in the gentlest way, resting completely in the chair. Every small muscle, every nerve, every part of your being is supported. The light of the lanterns flickers once softly, then remains steady. The glow of the lamps reaches the corners of the observatory, touching even the moss-covered stones with gentle illumination. It feels like the light itself is breathing with you, in and out, slowly, gently, peacefully. Your mind drifts along with your breath, floating in the quiet space of the observatory. There is no need to plan, no need to remember, no need to imagine. You are here, you are present, you are at rest. Even the stars above seem to lean closer, not to illuminate, but to share their calm. The sky stretches infinitely, a soft, protective dome over the forest, over the observatory, over you. You feel a sense of gratitude, not for anything specific, not for anything demanding, but for this simple, endless calm. It moves through you, filling every corner of your awareness. Every inhale brings a little more warmth. Every exhale releases a little more tension. You imagine the soft, moss-covered floor beneath your feet, the gentle curve of the walls, the wooden shelves lined with quiet treasures. The observatory cradles you in its familiarity, in its kindness. You let yourself rest fully into this embrace. All at once, the gentle rhythm of the observatory, the forest, and the stars merges with your own rhythm. Breath, heartbeat, light, warmth, stillness. You drift further, deeper, softer. Each second stretches into gentle infinity. A faint sensation of floating may appear, as though you are lightly suspended in the calm around you. It is safe. It is gentle. It is quiet. And as you continue to drift, the observatory, the forest, the moss, the stars, the night, and your own slow, steady breathing merge into a single, infinite presence. There is no separation. There is only being, only peace, only calm. All your muscles relax completely. Your eyelids rest without effort. Your breath flows without thought. Your mind rests without interference. And now, with every soft, even breath, sleep arrives. It does not rush. It does not push. It flows gently, wrapping around your consciousness like a soft, endless blanket. Every part of you surrenders to the quiet. Every part of you rests. The observatory remains. The forest remains. The stars remain. And you drift fully into the deepest, most restful, most restorative sleep. A sleep where the world is soft, the night is kind, and your mind is free. a sleep where calm is endless, a sleep where peace is infinite, and you are held in it completely, forever cradled by warmth, light, and the gentle presence of the moss-covered observatory deep in the woods.